Howdy. Good to see you. I admit, I can't really say how this week's schedule's been since I had to both delay the first stream a day, and then have it push it back during that day. I can't really say how good, how effective this is for me. Although I may sound by talking a little bit less. Woke up with a pretty dry back of the nose, which by extension means top of the throat. Yeah, sorry about that. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can just power through it just fine, but it's annoying. But I do think if I just had like a day between, like yesterday and today, it would be good. So I'm probably gonna give this 3-day schedule, another shot next week. You know, test that out. But either way, let's get to it. Now, last time we were here, honestly, I should probably just boot up stream and just like launch the game because they both have like start screens. I'm playing like Elden Ring and Disco Elysium. They both have start screens. And that's backed me up a bit. Ah, better, more space. The last we left off, we had finally found. I mean, we've investigated the corpse. And now we're in this place investigating business curse and, well, sort of getting to the thing inside. Oh, shot put. That's nice to know. Citrus, Fortress, rest is worn off. Smells like leather and sweat. Huh. I mean, I guess I have a lingering smell.
Lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with.
I mean, this could either do physical or moral damage.
There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Yeah.
Why does it feel so familiar?
Kim, it's a trap.
Right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
Oh, should be a felony. What am I? Some kind of gym teacher? Or like weightlifting instructor?
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Ooh, oh, it's... Huh. Okay, and also there's like safety regulations. And also those safety regulations include like clips on the barbell. Okay, now this is actually where a weird niche expertise intersects. Not mine, but my old Pappy Tuba, actually is an instructor and a record-holding weightlifter. At once upon a time, a couple years back, he used to train me a bit. But then, of course, I got into college. We both got busy with our lives. He's starting up his own gym. So at the time, kind of just slid between the fingers like grains of sand. But yeah, I'm actually familiar with this. I wouldn't say more than most people, but maybe just like on a slightly deeper level.
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone.
Wrestler?
It's just a memory.
So that's a memory. Smell of rubber, sound of sneakers. So it's like a wooden gym floor.
A memory from another life, when you were young and fit.
Interesting. One-art wall bars look unsafe. Yeah, that checks out. Ah, right. Hallway blocked by old window panes and debris. Interesting. A lead's demijohn full of strange liquid. Stuffed animals, alright. Over the climb over there or something. Airship rotor is covered in spider webs. Mind you, blades. Ooh, I don't like. Ooh, $3. This is already worth it. Naked mannequin torso. Strange yellow color. Blue velvet. Soft to the touch and moth bitten. Ooh, $1.50? We're already halfway there. To our quota. 20 to stay in the place. Skis with a slipstream. What's this? Production schedule, filament memory. Now, what is this? Use like crisscross, oddly fragile. Contains information that can be read using a radio computer. I keep that in mind. More slipstream. Where are the clothes that used to display? Actually, that's a good question.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes, like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
That's like an elf-like figure holding a sword. These look like plans. Maybe it's a calendar or a graph. Like, you know, like X, Y things here. And this just looks like connecting a bunch of ideas along with some more sketches. Okay, so it's a schedule. Also notes. What could be notes?
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out
Welkins?
autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic.
Wax. Okay.
Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space.
Oh, okay. Both these words I would have pronounced differently. I usually pronounce this aether. Yeah, I suppose one of those tomato kind of things, but actually justified either way. But sidereal, I mean, it's one of those things you never have a reason to say it out loud. But like in your mind, you just pronounce it just a weird, different way that makes no sense if you try to say it physically. Like saying sidereal, that makes perfect sense. But in my mind, it was like, nah, it's something else. And I can't even formulate how my mind said it.
Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
I guess this. I don't care. Examine it. This is important.
Varahamira. His face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist.
A what?
The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged.
Huh? Want to run that by me again?
The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men. All
as a species.
Purged.
All right.
Imagine a world filled only with Welkin. Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
Huh. You know, I never really thought about that. Like, not this at all. Like, agreeing with this at all, but like, with like, when it comes to fantasy settings, there are a goddamn lot of different types of elves. Like, there's your high elves, your cave elves, your wood elves, your dark elves, your regular elves. But when it comes to other fantasy species, there's very little. Like, you got your dwarves. I can't really think of any differences. Orcs, like, sometimes they get climate-based. Like, sometimes you get, like, your snow orcs. Well, elves. Oh, snow elves. That's another thing. There's just a lot. Huh. I never really thought about it till now.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
Are they real? One of them is a Welkin. Why won't you do this?
Some people really like building a world, I think. Even if it's just for a game.
Yeah. Like, Revachol, the RCM, Real. Yeah. Ooh,
this
made
looks like
these.
Concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Yeah. One of them's premise.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard too.
A great beard.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what you have to do with concepts. Especially if you want to get, like, a game project pitched, like, past, like, especially publishers. They want to know what your idea is exactly. They want to know, like, heights of it. And, like, that's kind of like, you have all those, like, stage demos on, like, stages like E3, Gamescom, the like. It's like a pinnacle. It's like a pinnacle of what the game aspires to be. Now, of course, then you run into the moral quandaries of, like, what if we can't match this gameplay? Like, no developer ever... It's like the same thing with movies. Like, no one wants to release a bad movie. No developer wants to make a bad game. For the most part. There are, like, some artsy-fartsy exceptions. Like, purposefully bad. That's besides the point.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow.
A mood board for an area? That's like a thing you do, is with comes with characters or areas. Like, you make a mood board of, like, pictures, like, what the mood of an area is supposed to be. Like a common practice. You know, keep your inspiration, like show you, like have your inspiration, show it to your team, get your vision across.
Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones.
Yeah, it's like collage, that's what tips it off.
You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world.
And that's what games do. And take you to their own world. Show you what they have to offer. Huh. This is like actually nicely, like really kind of insightful, like and sort of tasteful. I mean, of course it's tastily, but like it's just like a nice little insight into game dev. Just put it in there. And like being a game developer, like I really appreciate it.
A pinned
Cool.
postcard reads, "The heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun,
And
drifting
then
through the universe."
And then there's like there's a core story idea, for like perhaps like how the world will look. I wonder what the elevator pitch would be for like the game.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money.
Oh god. Sprint, daily, mini-me. And the grand scheme of production and money. Ooh, that, oh, that hit. Alright, so, as you can guess from Sprint, that's usually just like a short period of time. Usually in development, it's like you sort of set tasks for like your team or individuals, and like, okay, by this point we get this done. They move on to the next one. Like, okay, get this done. And stuff that usually isn't done by the end of the sprint either gets sort of pushed to the next one, or which usually like supposed to be like the method is you just cut it out. Like we couldn't fit it in. And you want to plan it out to where it'll take the entire time. Like what you want to do, like everything, we schedule everything. Because if everything's scheduled out and everyone's like know what they have to do for the entire week span, then there won't be like any bonus, like any like extra time set where people just are just twiddling their thumbs or working on things that don't tell people about, and then next sprint, like you have to scramble and cover like, oh, I got this covered during extra time to sprint. I mean, if it's a smaller project, usually and like more close knit, usually that kind of stuff can be addressed as is. Like when you bring up like okay, I finished my work, I'm gonna work on X or Y. But like sometimes what X or Y could depend on what someone else is working during that sprint. Like it's just a general schedule thing. And daily mini-me. Usually we call them stand-ups. And you just be like, what have I done? What am I gonna do? And like potential roadblocks or current roadblocks. Like, this is what I got done today. I made a bucket, and like tomorrow, like I'm gonna make a second bucket. Like roadblocks is like, to implement the bucket, we need a texture from the artist. So that's a roadblock. Or like the roadblock could be like I'm currently about to leave to go visit my wife during labor. So that is another roadblock. It's just something that could impede the work.
It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal.
By God, it is.
Mini-Me stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
Oh, okay, that explains why I haven't had it in. Okay, so it just made me reminded me of stand-up. But yeah, stand-up is usually just like a small little meeting where you all update each other and maybe like a higher up.
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days.
Oh.
Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Like through development hell.
Looks like they didn't make it.
Like the whole too common tale.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
I'm pretty sure I have that.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral Untethered," and "Heat Death of the Universe." The full text reads, "Heat Death of the Universe is the new black."
That's
Another
like a
note
tagline.
says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
Okay, so I'm guessing from like the looks of things, they all got games. So I'm guessing it's like a board game kind of deal, maybe like a tabletop. But Heat Death of the Universe is new black. I'm not sure about that tagline. That's a bit too wordy, if you ask me. Now this is a tagline, or I mean, that's a selling point more like.
Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise.
Anyway, so okay, so it's like a failed game dev thing.
This
That's a shame.
appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wire.
This is what it's for.
The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside. But we are looking for a fridge, and we are pressed for time, so...
On the other hand, it's not that I'm not interested in abandoned radio computers. This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
I mean, you get, you think, I mean, should we turn it on?
Maybe the body has stopped decomposing somehow. I don't know. You're in charge of this expedition, officer.
You're right, you're right.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker.
Yep.
The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient.
Probably like a floor plan.
The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
How do I know that?
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
So, was I a teacher?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9.
Radio triangulations?
Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Frequencies for
Unclear.
what?
It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
Anatomy of the curse. So, medical.
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants.
It's some sort of like master station.
They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap.
Who's that?
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
But who's the
Whoever
player?
decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like.
Is it like a call-in D&D?
A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Ilmara. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
Is there a branch?
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
God. Based on the Madden rhythm. Scope growing way out of budget, way out of vision. Yep. All too common.
This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Not the calendar on the chalkboard. Wiping Marcus' stained finger clean against her jacket.
Nothing.
Wait.
It's just lines on marble.
Marcus,
An echo
is it
from
fresh?
times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Either way, we'll come back for this after we get the body in. Oh, most advanced RPG in the universe, I saw that. Ooh, $2. And magnesium. Ah, now there's the buddy.
You see a terrifying ice bear.
Also,
with a
that
strange
is
compartment
wild.
in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
I don't wanna imagine that.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the
Plugs.
inside of a refrigerator.
I'm gonna check that. You know, it's important to make sure a secure power connection.
The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
I mean, we don't know what's in here.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Like, I want to make sure this is fine. Uh-huh. A hidden door. Okay, no, seriously, where's this fridge? You have to lean in close. I mean, alright. Let's just take a look again.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its belly. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
What are the
A friendly
wrappers?
cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper.
Okay, so it's
It
branded.
looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
Yeah,
Good
what
question.
is this?
It looks like an ice cream fridge.
So why would they sell it
I
here
know.
though?
What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
And there we go.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
I mean, this has to be
It's
the one.
certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
But the optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent
Yeah.
as we can. Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
Shall we go and get the body, then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
The 2 of you. Easily.
Yeah.
The body is heavier than you expected and stinky.
15 minutes. Ooh.
Half an hour to get it down to the bishop. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in a nice bare fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
Hey, yeah.
You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
Yeah, let's bring out the mead.
I knew you would say that. I knew this would lead to drinking. No, no more. This is paganistic enough, and it does not leave this room.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if it was like an actual like fridge we could put it in, yeah. I mean, we did our best with what we got.
Did we, though? Okay, maybe we did.
See?
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
It should be better. Like, it's like, you know, the body isn't gonna be decomposing, well, that much anymore. And no, like, Kuno S, like, poking at our heads.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Right. Let's do this.
Your arm reaches out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, dead flesh through the latex glove. It's right under the palm of your hand.
What is it?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent, all around.
Ugh. Feel the mouth. Like, I remember we didn't take much look at it.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track.
Look deeper.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands and studded with teeth.
Ugh.
Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from his throat. And there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate.
What? What is it?
You see a hole, barely visible to the human eye.
A hole?
It is swollen shut, almost
stabbed?
vanished. No larger
Well,
than
no.
0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened.
Was he shot?
An abrasion collar. This is what we're after.
Or you didn't call it him. He looks in. There's a pen in his hand. Notebook open at the copy paper.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Ooh. Okay, so if any of you are squeamish, you may just want to revert your ears for a second.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Really?
Yes, that's what this part is called.
Yeah, I know that.
You've seen the drawings. You've studied them.
Oh, I mean, okay, I'm just making sure. Well, I mean, he studied them, I didn't. But go deeper.
Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
Alright, Kim, listen to this.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Deeper we go.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him. The cartilage gives in with a crack, like some fruit. Just like that, your hand is in his head. Strange fluid streams down your wrist, and then you feel it with the tip of your finger. Ice cold serrated metal. Its edges cut right through the latex and into your finger.
Feel a solid object.
Can you get to it?
Get it. How?
You push your hand further in. Whatever is in there keeps rolling between your fingers as you beckon it out.
Can't get
comes
it.
his small folding knife. The lieutenant moves its blade across the man's skull, searching for the exit wound.
There.
Withdraw your hand 4 centimeters, please.
Pull back
With
and
a
nod.
crack, he punches the knife in the skull. Then, one more time, and one more, until the bone comes loose, like eggshell.
Ugh.
Inside, you feel the jelly move from his poking.
The object's still under your finger.
Can you push it out?
A small flower of metal blossoms from the man's head, followed by your yellow finger.
A bullet. Unknown caliber. Rifled. You may remove your hand from the victim's head now, officer. Well done. Here is your prize. We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion color. Soft palate, back of mouth.
Fractured bullet.
High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds right.
Opinion, fatal injury.
I mean, that has to be it. Like, so he was shot in the back of the head and then hung up. Maybe whoever did it got some hands on the union wire.
And one last thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark. Opinion non-fatal. Postmortem.
Postmortem. Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
It all makes sense.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Yeah,
I
like
have had
he
my
isn't
doubts
fighting.
for a
No,
while now.
no, like struggle.
Since I saw there were no signs of struggle on his hands, and no claw marks on his neck.
Exactly.
There have been other signs too. Small thing. We
We
were
did
right
it.
to assign hanging as cause of death, as the perpetrators expected we would. No such.
No such luck for them. Yeah, I suppose we should. Suggestion.
We didn't fall for it, he thinks. There's pride in there.
But who?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Hmm. But also, why?
To hide something. The real killer, the real motivation, what really happened here.
Also, I know I got gloves, but I think I need a wash.
Oh, you really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
Excuse me.
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
Hmm.
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
What should I do now?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer
Yeah.
needs backup in a neighborhood like this.
Yeah,
I'll
right.
leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
Ah. Oh man, Kim, you making me blush. That's high praise coming from you.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
I'm taking those
I thought
boots.
we decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
Damn it. This is turning into some sort of mega puzzle.
Damn it. Oh well. Yeah, who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
Oh. I like it in the fridge.
I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. You're a genius. A regular Corporangelo.
Ah, shucks. Mean it. Either way, where are you?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Which is...
In the past.
Alright.
Way out in the west.
It's alright. But who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
Anything you're a tragedy.
There is nothing funny about jokes either.
Debatable. Who were you before?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Now, is this actually coming to me, or was this just a hunch? I manifested into a voice.
Go ahead, Cobbo.
Happening.
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you, of course.
It's the power of your
Black frothy liquid starts bubbling.
imagination.
This is as suspected. It's my hunch manifested.
Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
Why?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Yeah.
Here you go, you loony.
My name Rooney.
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Name is Raphael Ambrosio Costa.
Listen to yourself. You're not a Raphael anything. You're probably just Harry or something. That's right. Harry.
And then that's the thing. I remember getting that. Like, Everard, he called me Harry Dubois. Don't forget that's my name.
You
Would I
can
be?
be anything you want, brother Corpo.
Have I forgotten something?
Because you have.
Enough.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Bullet. Written from an open fridge. Alright.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Smear your hands with coal. Look inside.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice, or several voices, talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying, or what's producing them.
Alright.
What are you doing?
I think I can hear talking.
Wait, really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
Was this
like it.
furnace?
Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Hello.
You muster all your strength and yell.
It's a physical instrument,
Your
huh?
dehydrated, hungover throat can produce little more than a dry croak. A lifetime of smoking and drinking will do that to you.
Yeah.
The chatter from the chimney continues on as before. You seem to have made no impression on whatever's up there. Then again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there.
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try again later.
Yeah. Is it something I can put on that increases physical instrument? Chemistry, rhetoric, shivers through the corpse. Nah. Either way, while Kim is still here, I want to solve this case. The rusty rifles are hitting both the piping, but they look inoperable. Someone stick the busted guns beneath the ceiling.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Just what is this, and what's with the
Seems
guns?
like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
On
There
the
is,
wall?
yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
And
Your
they've-
hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away. Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
Looks nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
Antique Belle Margrave rifle. But it's a
It
rifle
means
here.
there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Interesting. Antique. Ooh, I can sell this for the rest of the rent if it comes down to it. There's an ice cream maker that's still running. $20. Health thing.
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Yeah, I guess we don't need this
Something
one.
close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
Yeah.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has one cable missing.
Well, I'll
Somewhere,
put it back
a
in.
machine hums along with the current, happy and contented.
Although we should probably unplug those once we get Kim to leave with the body. Mesh tank top. Nikon wires. And then another stairway. Okay, nothing here. What's down here? Ooh, money. 45 cents. You can hear feet shuffling on by the street. Alright, well, let's go up the stairs, see what we find on the other side. Kim.
Yes?
Interesting. So that's where it led us. let's see if there's anything I'd want Kim. Oh, right. We ran those numbers. Okay, we ran the numbers. Yeah.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Connect. Have you heard back from the ICP?
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt, sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie.
Special
A
order?
security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Seminine conflict.
Ugh.
So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
No.
The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell. And the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
Yeah, so there has to be record for who it was issued.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
This is a fun challenge for her, an opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
I appreciate the efforts.
Glad to help. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have more for you then.
Alright. Come back in a day. Don't care. Village. Ask grenade. Alright, Lazarus.
It will take just a moment, officer.
Her voices fade out into the familiar radio static.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Yeah, I was told to call.
Oh, it's you.
Unpleasantly surprised. You know me?
Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to rain upon me.
Oh. Well, I mean, who am I?
You are? You lost your human visage a while back. Now let's get on with it. I've got more important things to do.
Healthcare professional, everybody. I lost my
With all
memory.
the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised.
Okay.
What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
Seem like an asshole.
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
I couldn't grab a tie.
Hard to tell exactly what it was over the phone. Could be a combination of peripheral neuralgia and high blood pressure. Could be that you were having a heart attack. Or, actually, it could be both, given your profile.
What should I do?
Cut down on the drinking, pal. In fact, cut off the drinking. The drugs, too. Anything else?
I was already on that, but okay.
Oh, but speed. Sweet speed. It goes so well with alcohol, too.
Is there anything you can
What?
do?
You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body?
Yes.
You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime.
The money is probably going to some old, oily...
And no, I don't want to hear
Oh,
a political
oof.
commentary on the topic. In
Okay.
fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with cyanoacrylate. It looks like Mactorson.
It's not fucking cryo-acta-latte. It's super glue, Doc.
I guess that's it.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Alright, let's see. Gloves. Shh. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's failed. Yeah, alright.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of...
Alright. Okay, so I think we're set. Let's go get that body. Well, I mean, Kim can get the body. Then I guess I'll just wander around. And then I guess I'll put a level into physical instrument just to try and scream up there again.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Alright, let's do it. So a shiny black bag and pulls the plastic over the dead man's
There
face.
go those beautiful enamel boots. You will never own the full set now.
Oh well.
May they rest in processing. Oh well, in another lifetime.
Yep.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
And bag and go. Still the same time though. Let's go wash up. Then maybe we'll go talk to Renee. Maybe some just other people, just people in general. Still gotta find like 6 more bucks.
This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world, but it's cleaner than you are right now.
Yep.
Ah, that soap scum smell. It smells like life, at least compared to you.
Yeah,
The
get a bath.
bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons. The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting. Like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks, like sad duckies.
That's kind of sad.
You feel nice and lonely, and so tired.
Take him out.
Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub.
Yeah, I can tell that. I can tell you that from
They're
experience.
not even really thoughts, just assorted sensations. None of them acute enough to focus on.
Think of something.
You see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you. It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench. Then,
well.
houses along a narrow street. A video rental. Darkness on the planet's curvature.
And then, you know, can't be completely just sitting there and
Your
there.
fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools. What are you doing? You're not some fat fish in a fucking aquarium. Time to get moving.
Oh yeah, but you know, hot water is good for the muscles.
The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin.
In terms of this
A
sink.
mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Tool not in hand. Heard about the band Ooh. Why?
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past.
Yeah, alright. Either way, got another point in physical instrument. Now let's go scream up a chimney shaft again. Although, let's talk first. You know? Howdy, Gart.
Can I help you?
Just a moment.
That's alright.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
I'm just genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Didn't mean to leave job. Everything alright, ma'am?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. Gary's phone is dead too.
Gone.
The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
To let
Yeah,
the
why?
young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Has he been
That's
missing
just
before?
it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
But you have more important things to worry about.
When Kim comes back in the morning, I'll let you know. Unless the guard has the
Can
thing.
I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those.
So the phone's dead.
Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Losers.
Pretty strange.
It's not strange, it's inconvenient.
Foul play?
Who told you that?
It's designable to disclose sources.
Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of arseholes around here who aren't murderers. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know so I can forward them the repair bill.
Alright.
Yes?
Is this what I studied law for?
I've got nothing to say to you.
Alright, fine. This bowl. Use the spittoon. Oh, Hawthorne bushes outside.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
So you must be Titus.
This is where you say your bed.
Points at you to be a can. Okay, now if this is a good person, either like it's a catch-20. It's like these people can go two ways. Either talking to them buys into what they say, or whatever. Or not saying anything is what they want, thinking they put one over on you. Nope.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
Thanky.
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
You talked about the man.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
Oh, this is gonna be a tough nut to crack.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
He understood what you were doing, taking inventory of them.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy Boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Where's something, man?
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
And already they're giving me information.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
Getting tattoos.
Yeah, you're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Okay.
Too late. You already scanned the room. You got a pretty good picture.
I can't afford to hesitate.
Good. You could take another look at the tracks in the yard, on the crime scene. See if they fit this bunch.
There's a man hanged.
The pretty boy. You really love talking about him.
Almost like it's my job.
Show them you have it. It doesn't have to be conclusive.
Container belt.
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor?
Mm-hmm.
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him.
No, we didn't.
We did this together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why there's a goddamn ride.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
Yep. Who called the
Are
shots?
you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
So yeah, who calls the shots?
Who do you fucking think does?
Be clear.
You keep him the fuck out of this. We have autonomy. It's all on us. Evrard runs the union.
Oh, don't like being superseded, do you?
Run the Hardy Boys.
When Titus Hardy says he runs the Hardy Boys, he means that in an administrative capacity. On that night, everyone acted as one man.
So, no
How
remorse?
many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition. During the suzerain's
Put on
reign,
the sewage
it
glasses.
used to be the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the Coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown.
Good job. So you are just a simple, well-meaning man, eh? Ever been in solitary prison? It's a charter. That's what it is.
The fucker got what was coming to him. Our conscience is clean.
So when?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to
Sunday.
end the week.
It's a Monday, so you killed him the day before. His
Known
claim.
him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
But with a shot that's deliberately hidden without him noticing, either you kept a tab on him to get his patent down,
Quiet.
or you didn't.
He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
Yours.
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over.
Probably the scab leader.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
How'd you do
We
it?
hanged him up by his neck until he got real still.
Yep, they didn't do
Wasn't
it.
that obvious, Copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
Not tied? No signs of struggle.
Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, Capo. I'll say it again. We killed him.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clubbed him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
Things aren't quite right, are they?
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others.
But who is solid?
Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, the least antsy of the bunch. Definitely not his first time being questioned by the police. This little rat-faced fellow is solid, too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there. Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or whatever he's got there.
And who's cracking? This one. Sweating profusely, difficult to breathe in. They kept him out of the conversation, but he's the weakest link.
A single sentence would wear him out. He can't take the length of the questioning.
Don't point him out.
Keep it going long enough, and he'll crack.
Would you
My
use to knock him
fucking
out?
elbow, Copper. Samaran boxing style.
Samaran boxing, or Sambo, is an eloquently violent set of one-on-one fighting moves, originating from the Samaran Isola. Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool.
And where?
Right fucking here. The fucker started coming to our bar, asking for it.
I'm not telling me.
Fuck off, Copper.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
You right there, man?
No.
Startle. Forehead shiny from sweat. Cord locks falling
Of
from
course
the hat.
he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
Like what, Copper?
Why?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
You're really good at putting up the theatrics, I'll give you that. So he's a mercenary?
And he stepped out of line.
What, jaw clamped shut like a vice.
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
That match with the boots.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. story I've ever struck from here to Samara.
What'd he do?
Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah.
All
He said it was
defense.
his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
Grab
Yeah.
someone?
This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
And going
Aren't
on with
you
that?
fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Funny that it was mentioned by Gart.
Me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
And there's a solid one again.
Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation.
Yeah.
Make them talk about it.
But who? If there's a somebody, then they can answer.
No. You're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
Alright. One last thing. Y'all said you hanged him. How's this factor?
How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe.
Another slip. Suddenly tight-lipped.
This line of questioning is over. You got the cause of death already? Hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination.
Alright.
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. You should go back to Jamrock, to your station, where you belong.
Yes, run home, lonely rent-a-cop. Real law officials are done with you. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters. Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now.
I'm going. Wonder how she feels knowing that I fished out that bullet because of her help, because she gave me those gloves. I know I'd feel a bit like an idiot. Alright. Let's scream again.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the film. Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then...
Hello?
Oh!
You've awakened the entity.
You there?
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
Huh. Odd. Very. Huh. Back for a second. Choosing a puddle of melting snow. Begin full of boards. Now what are these? A postcard. Base full of dice. Hundreds of polyhedrals. Oh dear. Alright.
Hello, I'm Nia.
Well, howdy.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius. So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
I haven't knocked on your
Then
window.
how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Also, Milas?
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
I can. What do you mean by dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong.
Actually, I'm an officer.
I can see that. I just thought you were a police officer looking for dice. How else can I help you then?
Have you heard about the lynched man?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here.
So is that.
Anything else, officer?
Where are we?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
Looks at the ruddy bricks to make up the walls, even though they've been repainted, still signs of coal black soot.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
I've heard the place is cursed. You know what this place is called, right?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Plaisance was one that sent me.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow?
Yeah, that.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in racks? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
It's part of the area?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the Commerce Central project.
No, that's just me. Yeah, you're right.
And then there is me.
That's gonna be a messy work table. All kinds of tools, from knives to carbon files, wire cutters.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Yeah, there appears to just be
I
inconsistencies.
was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
I'll be honest. No.
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Just business decision in uncontrollable market fluctuation.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring.
I mean, the dead body I just investigated said otherwise.
But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
I'm good. Thank you. Yeah, right. Oh. There we go, plaisance. I mean, since we got the time.
The dusty radio, the machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open. It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
I'll put them
With
in.
a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
All
The
right.
bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter?
No.
The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What is that?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
Thank you.
That was a question. Have you inserted it into the core?
Yeah.
Good. Please repeat the password.
You, let's see. It'd be nice enough to give me a hint. I don't know.
Received. I will write.
Don't worry.
Fortress accident. Is there anything? Thank you.
Okay,
And goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in the filament slides out of its...
We'll have to find that password. I'm sure we'll find someone that worked here sooner or later. Either way, I'm sure one of those things is that could is potentially taking up power here is this bear thing.
Two cables are plugged and electric sizzle something close to you.
Alright. Hey. Well, let's talk to Plaisance.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus? Yes, yes. How was it?
Honestly, just a dump.
What else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
Nothing more than a dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
No, she's just a
I don't
businesswoman.
understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
Before you say anything, ask yourself, is the woman really able to withstand the truth?
That's a good question, actually. I mean, she eventually let her daughter in.
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her.
She says there's no curse.
Too many inconsistencies.
Good luck persuading her. Some people can rationalize anything.
Our business has been up and running for a while.
Yes, because her business consists of the psychic leech that's been feeding the curse. I see that you've fallen for her manipulation, Detective. Thank you for nothing. Please, do buy some books.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now. There was never any other way this could have gone. She's just too far gone into her own mind.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose they're right. No other way. A shame, but yeah. All right. Yeah, Renee. This. Oh. $2. I now can collect bottles. Oh. Well. Ain't glorious work, but it works. Money's money. Ooh, now there's a surplus. Let's take a look-see.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Sitting at the desk, Lieutenant Kitsuragi fiddles with a pen, then writes something on the paper in front of him. He shouldn't be doing that. He should be here discussing the footprints.
Ooh, a bottle.
The trash container. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you.
Hello.
You see
bottles,
cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The container sounds a muffled gong.
All right, just you and me. Let's talk.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
I'll talk about it.
Fuck about it.
Okay, never mind.
Testing. Get lost. Yeah, the kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want with it?
You got some clothes. You know how they got there?
Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I mean, I need to know.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
What's great about the pants?
These are found modulars, liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists.
Yep.
Believe it, you need this shit.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness.
He's right.
Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready. They will also make you into an idiot.
Yeah.
Look,
you see him, right?
Kuno ain't seen shit lying around. Except for that you took away. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
Let's talk later.
Alright, Piggo. Shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
There's also a mug.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Adequate little. Yeah, this is racist mug kind of thing.
Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
Exactly.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
The kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique too.
Like, I don't want to say he's a messed up kid.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Look about your shack.
What do you want with
Okay,
it?
never
Good
mind.
call, pig. Kuno doesn't...
Alright. Interesting. Alright, let's see. Hmm. And then how many clothes, booze, jam. What does it say about the door? Was it? Alright. Yeah, okay. Go light Everard. First things first.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabinier do for you?
I found your god booth.
Yes, the Debardiers Union pays me to stand vigil during the night. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you.
Yeah, right.
I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
She picture.
Is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
Alright, you seem to be playing the critter.
The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Heavy artillery fire, you say? That's the best kind of artillery fire. Very interesting.
Why what? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality. Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
Yeah,
because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
Beachhead.
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Grim.
This here is Blood Ground, where Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Damn right, son. They lit the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still all influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
I'm not sure how to respond to this, perfectly honestly.
Preposterous! Surely you don't mean it. I'm just sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those commie
storming.
hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking my piss in the mountains. I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisell had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case. Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
Guillaume.
A true king in both blood and mind. Led Revachol before Frisell. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
This is right.
Suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Hey, what can you tell me about this?
Isabel McGrave. 4.46 caliber, breech loading, Revachol made. Good weapon, accurate and reliable. This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
Basement over there.
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here.
Oh, there's a huge
Back in the
stash.
day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
Alright. Pleasure.
Officer, the mere sight of police in Martinez makes me feel safer already.
You mentioned
How can I help you?
Beyond me, but you.
Oh, sweet Jenny.
Jenny.
She was the finest
Oh,
woman in all of Revachol. Maybe the entire world.
Do not defile her memory, Gaston. Let her rest in peace.
We both know.
We knew her, all right. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just 2 houses apart. The 3 of us have been best friends since we were 4. She was René's first girl back when the prick was 16. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than just be happy.
And then you stole her from me.
Well, technically, you stole her from me, because we'd been pretty close ever since you two had that falling out over the ink you spilled over her pretty yellow dress.
We were just boys then. This was different.
All everyone looks at you and nods.
No point starting this all over again. For the 1000th and the first time. Especially when we have company. Officer.
It's between you?
Sure, officer. It's better for René's flickering ticket too. Not that he'd ever had made anything that needs tinkering.
Alright. Well, that was insightful. Thank you all for that. I'm off. Oh yeah, I never did pat this thing.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffiti.
Yeah, right.
The box seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and Saint G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
Yeah.
The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder, then you swallow, and then suddenly you see it. Over all the other graffitos, someone has, using the tip of a very sharp knife, cut the words, Revachol forever.
Also, it's storming here now. Either way. I'm gonna go turn in these bottles.